This is a recording, so we can see it afterwards, and it's also live on my Facebook page. So if anybody has anything against it, please scream now. And okay, no screams. What we plan for today is to chat a little bit about online courses, because this is one of the top interests that people have on the survey. And really the top one is sharing some online knowledge resources like YouTube channels or any other websites where we can learn something during this pandemics times. We have something so cool that Ed was showing me a little bit before. It's an automatic tagging system that he's creating for the photos. Even those guys among us who have been photographing for, I don't know, some ages and have thousands of photos that are not exactly with all the tags, this tool can get the tags done for you automatically, and Ed is going to show us a little bit about it afterwards. And the third best item in our survey is to do another photo challenge. So I already started it. Nick already posted some cool images there. Thank you for that, Nick. And it's really going to be on from today. And I also would like to have some input from you guys about to know about what you guys think about it. And then Lino had some very nice ideas last week, and I think we could and should develop on those ideas and make it some more fun things with that. So if anybody has any other ideas, suggestions, or topics that you would like to share or bring to this chat, it would be really a pleasure, because this is supposed to be our place, and we should all be having some fun here.
Yeah, let's have a look.
If my screen would move to the next, okay. This is just to show you guys the top responses to the survey, and if you could see this tiny little fly moving in your screens, that's my mouse cursor. And this very light blue is the top interest. People really want to have that. This yellow or gold one is the very good to have, and blue is okay, that is not so interesting. So the top one would be this knowledge sources, and this is something we are going to start to chat today. And I'm going to update all the links and everything we share on the blog tomorrow. So if you want the links to the things we're going to talk today, they're all going to be there. There is another request, that is to know how a specific photo was edited. I am not so sure what people meant by that, but that's something that a lot of people commented, and then I even put that as an option to answer on the survey.
I think it's techniques of editing photography, just not exactly which software do you use, but which effect, which technique do you use, because there are different softwares, you know what I mean? It's just, it's just that I think it's more that than anything else.
Yeah, that's the same thing I understand of it. But then we need examples. So if anybody has one photo that he or she could get from the internet or from anywhere and send us, we can try to see together how that specific photo was edited, or from a profile from any of us in Instagram or wherever. We could go there. Daniel is not here because he had a late meeting today, but he has some amazing edits in his Instagram profile.
There is a website if you want to get edited photographies. I don't know how it works then, the copyright and all that, but it's called Guru Shots. Have you heard of it?
Yep.
Yes, I'm also a member of that. So Guru Shots, you find many edited photographies, many edited ones.
Okay. But my point is that people would need to send me the pictures so we can.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm just suggesting to everyone, if you want to get one and see how it was made, you can get it. It's a good place to as a source, I would say.
I will even put that in the links in the description in the blog. So that's a good one. We can have we can share some online images, 500 pics, Picasa. We have many places and Guru shots for sure.
Yeah.
We could try to see what we would like to reverse engineer, if we may call it that. I think that is very cool. So if anybody has any images, just send me an email with the image. I can submit to the group, and we can try to reverse engineer that and do do something similar.
So you need the original image, or what's the idea? We send you the original image, and you try to what? So I'm confused a little bit.
The way I see, we can go two ways. One way is you go to one profile, Instagram or wherever, and you see, for an example, Lino has this amazing edit that you are really curious. How did he do that photo or that edit? And then you could send send a message to the group, and we could ask him so he could present that to us in the next meeting. This is one way. The other way.
Very simple. I mean, I can let you know by with Instagram or during as I'm not shooting around now, I'm taking my photo archive and I am editing for another new time with Exposure 5. That is a software that costs $90. That you can take from internet, and you can use it as with Lightroom or with Photoshop. Okay. As a profile. And then you can match 3, 4, 5 pictures all together using the various levels. So it's very interesting. I mean, you know, it's something that you can do very easily. And once you find out the style you like, you can apply it to via batch to 100 photos together. I mean, and I will edit a little book that will be perhaps published now after the pandemic with some other photographers. Okay. But it's something very interesting, and you can go. I don't know, Cesar, if you want. I mean, okay, we can go through the other subject, and then we can go on the Instagram to have a look at. I don't know if you are interested.
Yeah, I think that is very interesting. I love the idea. And I'm just trying to make a note here so I don't forget it in the end. Because we definitely should come back to that. And the other way I think we could do that is that we could go to one website like 500 pics or Guru Shots or wherever you guys find some cool images, and you could just share this image in the group, and we could.
I actually put the URL of my Guru Shots profile there, so if anyone wants and then export the site, feel free.
Okay. And then we could try to find some images. If anybody has that in mind, we can find a picture. Okay, I like this one, but I don't know how it was done. So we could try to understand the process behind it and do some similar edit. And that was very high on the wish list from the group in the survey. That's why I brought it here. And the courses that are very high too. The themes that were highest among the suggestions are specific photo editing techniques. And I think I need to give another question or send another question to understand exactly what people want. But I'll try to come up with some options. If you guys have ideas, please send me messages so I can try to put them together and we can try to discuss specific editing techniques. The first one I would suggest, because portraits is among the most wanted theme for the photographers in our group. Okay. Is, for an example, frequency separation edits I love that. Since I started doing it, I don't edit skin in no other way. So this could be one nice suggestion, but I'm really open to understand what we would like as a group to explore as photo editing techniques. So if anybody has suggestions or ideas for that, please send me a message and I'll try to bring that back to the group. Something that is very high is alternatives to Photoshop or to Adobe at least. And just a second.
If it is an alternative to Adobe, it would be for sure an alternative to Photoshop. That.
Yeah, to Adobe in general. It's to Photoshop and to Lightroom also.
Yeah.
It's not only to Photoshop. I wrote Photoshop, but it's bigger than that. It's to Adobe. And we have some very interesting options. Daniel is really good with Capture One, and Capture One is really amazing. And it's a nice opportunity. I think he would be available next week to chat with us about Capture One.
What is the name? Sorry, Capture One.
Capture One, yes.
Capture One. Okay.
I would also be interested in that. So I'm also using
Me
Capture
too.
One Pro. It's a very powerful tool. I like it more than Lightroom, but I think it depends on each one's style.
Yeah.
Which tool? Sorry.
Capture One Pro.
Oh, okay. Does anyone has experience with Lumensia?
With what?
Lumensia.
No.
Okay. Oh, man. I only watched one introduction video, but it looks really amazing because they use artificial intelligence to improve photographs.
You're sending the messages only to me.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you for the secrecy, but I would love to share with everyone.
Yeah.
I see my screen is.
Lumensia, I never heard of that. There are quite some alternatives we could try to learn a little bit more. There's Darktable, and I know Ed loves Darktable too, not only the name. So we could try to explore these alternatives together. This is probably subject for many meetings, not only one. And another request is Photoshop courses, and this is really broad. We can have like hours and hours and hours of Photoshop courses. And if anybody has specific ideas about Photoshop, I think you guys could send me these ideas and we can try to organize specific topics. Or we could try to do a broader course, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 hours and go about Photoshop from A to Z, because there's a lot to play with in Photoshop. So if you guys could only send me your ideas about these subjects, because I'm really thinking we should start with alternatives to Photoshop next week. Daniel can talk to us about Capture One, and Capture One is really amazing. The color rendition in Capture One is, for me, way better than Lightroom. You can get much better results with Capture One. It has, Lightroom has other advantages. I mean, there's no perfect tool, and especially Lightroom is very slow, and it really gets on my nerves at times. When you're trying to edit something quick, it's really slow, and Capture One is blazing fast. So I think it's a very nice software to consider, and Daniel can share that with us next week. So if you guys have any other ideas, please just email, write on the groups, any channel works, Instagram, and we will make that happen in the next meetings. Any other ideas for courses or topics that we could, that you guys want to share right now?
No, not anything special.
Okay. So moving to the online knowledge resources, I listed some and I brought it to you guys here, but these are the ones that I like. And I would love to have your input, and whatever you guys share with us here today, I will put the links together and post everything in a blog so we can get the links and we don't lose that. And it's recorded, so you guys can go back and watch and try to get the links or the names afterwards anyways. And as these are only my ideas, so I tried to put here places where I go to learn, not the places where I go to get inspiration or just to see amazing movies. There are some, you're probably going to see that some of the big names from YouTube are not here, but these are the places I go to learn, not only to look into amazing things that other people do. And I didn't go only for the free ones, I inserted some paid ones too. And I'll send all the links. And these icons you guys see here on top right, they're going to change according to the page. If it's a YouTube channel, YouTube is going to be there. If it is related to Lightroom, Photoshop, only photography or only videography, those links are going to change during the next slides. So the first place I would tell people to go, because it's often forgotten or most people don't even know it exists, Adobe has an absolutely amazing amount of how-tos videos in their website, and it's everything absolutely free. You can learn everything about Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere Pro, whatever you want from Adobe. Okay, it's a lot of work because you have to go there, find the topics, and there's a lot of videos, very short videos, but they're really well done, and they teach a lot about Adobe software. I don't know if you guys have already gone through these tutorials in Adobe, but you can learn everything you want from any of these softwares that they do. And it can, for whatever of the softwares they have. This one is free only during April, at least that's what they opened the Nikon school, and they don't have so many courses there. They're quite limited, but they have some very big names. So you have courses from Joe McNally, Tamara Lucky, and some other guys teaching a lot of different things. And they said because of the pandemics, they're giving it all for free. They usually cost between, I don't know, $50 and $90, but now they are absolutely free. Just a second, there's somebody lost here. Try to connect and get the link. Oh no, she's just saying she cannot come today. So sorry, guys. And in this Nikon website, there are some general things. I'm just doing something here. You can have generic things about photography, children and pets, fundamentals of photography. Sorry? What was that, Antonio? Antonio? Ah, you're on mute, Antonio.
No, I know, but I was not on mute. I stopped hearing you. Now I know what I need to do. I don't need to get out. I just need to change the settings on my headset. That's fine. Something strange is happening, but that's fine. That's me.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So these are the ones I found there that have had some worth for me. This environmental portraiture, art of making music videos. Really, I tried to watch it, but I didn't really like it that much. Discovering macro photography was too basic for me, but it's free anyways. I don't know, maybe somebody has a better use for that than I had. And they have some that are specific to Nikon gear. So if you guys have any of those things, you can try to get some. I know that Philip has a Nikon Z. I don't know if he will see this afterwards. But it's a very nice tutorial about the camera. This one is one that I love. I don't know if you guys know Creative Live. And they have an insane amount of classes that you can watch. Whatever is on air, you can watch for free. But if you want to access their archives, and they have everything there, you have to pay. Some of the videos cost like 20, some other costs like, I don't know, 100 and something. or you can have the year pass and you can watch everything you want. But they have an insane amount of knowledge and learning tools. And I
What is the
cannot.
site?
Creative Live is this
Creative Life. Okay.
this name on top right. And again,
Uh-huh.
the links are going to be in the blog.
Uh-huh.
But this place is just amazing. I absolutely cannot tell you enough good things about it. You can learn how to be a wedding photographer. You can learn whatever you want. Video photography, making music. They have an insane amount of things. I just remember there's another one that is similar to that. It's lynda.com. I don't know if you guys know it. I used it a lot in the past.
No.
I'm just going to write it down here. It's also very, very good. And you can have everything there. Just to finish Creative Live, these are the classes that are coming. And if you watch them online or in the, I don't know, 2 or 3 days after the fact, you can still watch them for free. So if anybody wants to learn how to edit in Premiere Pro, there's going to be, oh, it started today already. You can watch it for free. And it's really comprehensive. They have everything. And these are just the upcoming classes. So you can watch anything you want there. I'll try to put the link that I just mentioned. I'm going to show you guys it on my browser here. That one is really good too. And it was bought by some big name. I don't remember now. LinkedIn bought it. So I'll just change the share for a second. And this is it. I mean,
Lynda.com is now
yeah.
LinkedIn Learning, yeah.
In this one, you can see so many
Yeah.
different courses also.
How is it called?
Lynda.
LinkedIn Learning.
Okay, something curious happened with the share.
Yeah.
Just a second. Okay, it's back there. It is lynda.com, and I will have all the links, Stephanie. I will send you guys all the links. I will have them in a blog post tomorrow. I just sent the link. Here you have an insane amount of courses also that you guys can just go about it and browse to your heart's content. I don't know if you can see it. I tried to make it bigger, but you have a lot, and this is all paid. As far as I know, everything here is paid, but you have lots of very interesting courses that you can take there. Where is the presentation again? Yep. Moving to YouTube. Adobe Photoshop has a channel in YouTube, and you can have lots of very short videos, maybe with some specific editing techniques that you guys might be interested in. And it's really amazing. You can go there and use like 3, 4, 5 minutes and get something new. And they have lots of new things coming every week, I think. The same goes for Lightroom in its own YouTube channel. And this guy, I don't know if you guys have already seen anything from him. This guy is Photoshop God. He knows a lot. He teaches in a very, very easy way to understand. Some of his edits are a little bit over the top for me, but he teaches anyway the way to do it. And he teaches very, very well. So I cannot recommend his channel enough. He has a lot of very, very good tutorials there. I don't know if you guys knew him already.
Oh.
This is another fantastic place to learn Photoshop. It's called Learn, Photoshop Learn. How creative is that? Huh? And but the guy teaches some very, very nice things. I like his edits, the result from his edits better than the other guy, but the other guy has many more techniques, and I like the other guy to learn techniques even more than this one. but this is a very nice place to go and learn some specific things about Photoshop. But these two guys are basically Photoshop. I've never seen anything different in their channels. This guy is a little bit more into video. I mean, completely more into video. And he makes some phenomenal things. If you guys don't want anything to do with video, I strongly recommend at least that you see this first one, Anamorphia. He actually made a short film, and it is insane. He did it with footage that he had already, and he teaches a lot. He teaches you how to make presets, and he's a complete geek and nerd, and he teaches you everything about how he does his presets and how he makes his crazy edits. So if you guys want anything to do with video, this guy is amazing. How many of you guys do or have any interest to chat about video?
I'm not much of a video person, but that's fine.
Okay, this is mostly what I had from this online sources. I don't know if you guys have anything that you would like to share.
No, not really.
I can suggest you, there is a website that is called Master of Photography, where there are paid courses. But what is interesting is that the photographer show to the people their techniques, their idea of photography. I mean, they discuss a lot about photography, and then they explain how do they arrive to take a picture. I think it's not something specifically technical, but it's something that I think is always interesting to hear from the pro.
Do you have a link for that?
Master of Photography. I can just yes. Okay, I will send you as soon as I understand.
Is it this one here on your screen now?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay, so I already have the link.
Maya Horowitz is one of my favorite street photographers. That's why. But also Watson in studio is incredible, very interesting. And they explain how do they arrive to a picture. That is always interesting to hear.
That looks amazing.
I am not a big fan of Steve McCurry.
Of who? Sorry.
Steve McCurry. I'm not a big fan.
I would say we can go hours here, and I have some things that he has done in the past were not among my favorite things.
But anyway, it's quite interesting. But there is something free on that you can watch. But the major video, the most important, should be paid.
Okay, anybody else wants to share any?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I have posted a link. They open up the Professional Photographers of America, the library, where you can find also a lot of videos to the photography.
Perfect. I saw that and I forgot completely. Thank you so much for reminding me. It's on everybody's screen now. I will put that also in the links. This is an amazing thing, amazing stuff. I always thought I wanted to have some of this or buy some of these classes, and now we have them all for free. This is just fantastic.
I can suggest you and also another photographer that is a Leica Academy photographer that is absolutely interesting to hear. Is a Torsten von Hovergaard.
Can you type that, please?
I can spell you if you want.
Is the Leica in the Leica website?
Yeah, he's a Leica photographer. Yes. But if you von Hovergaard. Yeah, he's a yes. Torsten Hovergaard, Leica and etc.
If you see
now,
so, yeah.
what is he made interesting? You know, he prepared the set of Lightroom and Photoshop profile that you can download from his website. They don't cost a fortune, that are really interesting, you know, especially if you photographer for landscape or portrait, etc. But it's quite interesting, and there are a lot of video by him on YouTube that are free, where you can have a look about his photography, his style, and also how he post-produced the picture.
Okay, and it is for us mortals too, not only the gods with Ferraris and Leicas, right?
No, no, no. Okay, he's a Leica photographer, but anyway, it can be applied to all the camera. He's finally paid by Leica to say he's a Leica photographer. I'm sure he take also picture with other cameras.
Okay, very nice. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else with some cool sources that we could snoop afterwards? Okay, so Ed, he has this amazing. I'm just going to stop this share just a second. Ed has a very nice thing to share with us, and I'm guessing that everybody here knows what this tags, these words that you can put in your photos are, right?
What? No.
The
Keywords, tags,
say that again, Ed. Sorry.
keywords. Another word for tag is keywords, keywording, labeling, or.
Okay. Yeah.
So does anyone not know what a keyword is for your photos? Because these are just in a very simplistic way. Is you put some information inside your file, and this information will help you find afterwards. You photographed, for an example, blue sky or clouds or a lake. You type that into your editing software of choice, and this is going to be recorded together with your file. So whenever you want, you go back to the software and you can just type, okay, I want all my photos with clouds. And then it will bring to you all the photos that you tagged with clouds.
Yeah, this is the only way now with 100,000 pictures to organize the archive. Otherwise, you will never ever
Correct.
find out the picture. You know.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's
when
right.
I put the picture of, through Lightroom, I always put keywords like
Yeah.
that said. I mean, sky for people, smile, I don't know, street photography, etc. And then when I need a specific picture, I also usually put the year, the date, etc. Because you know, it's quite important to find out something you took in a specific moment. And when you need the picture, I just go to Lightroom and search by the keyboards. And,
Yes.
Yeah, this is just insanely important. And as now making pictures in the digital age is so easy. You go there and any weekend you can take like 800 pictures easy. If you put that onto some years, that adds up. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, I started tagging my photos not in the beginning. So I have a lot of a backlog of photos that I didn't tag. I put no keywords in them. And I certainly changed the way I used to keyword my pictures with time. So I really wish I could go back and tag my photos better. And this is what brought me to this thing that Ed has that he will show us very soon. But my main thing is usually I had to do, as Lino just said, as soon as I am going to import my pictures, I have to go there and put the keywords. But if I import everything like a batch of 100 pictures, I don't have clouds or blue sky in all my 100 pictures. So I have to go there and put the right keyword for the right pictures all the time. And it's quite some, it is a lot of work, but it's important. It has to be done. And my greatest issue and the thing that brought me the most curiosity about what Ed has is that I really need to revisit thousands and really thousands of pictures. so I can put the proper tags in them. And Ed is developing something that could do that for us automatically. And how insane is that? And so Ed, could you please, you now have the power, you are the host. Could you please tell us what is this crazy thing you're going to show us?
Yes, I will try to explain. It's nothing very special. Actually, it's more software from Microsoft. It's called Microsoft Vision, and this kind of software is able to deliver tags for photos. But what I made is like a batch utility to use this service from Microsoft for a lot of photos, for say thousands of photos.
It's a little bit difficult to hear you. I don't know if that's for everybody.
Yes, what's the name? I didn't get the name.
Is it better now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
A little bit better, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay, I don't know what a mic is in this. I have an iMac, but I don't know what a mic.
You're using a Macintosh. That's the problem, yeah.
That's the problem.
Nobody's perfect, Ed.
Nobody's perfect, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I hope everybody can understand me. Actually, what I'm using is a software from Microsoft. It's called Microsoft Vision. And with the
Vision.
Vision, yes, Vision. It's a kind of
Vision.
Yes, Vision. Yes. Okay. And with this software, you can send a picture to this service, and you will get back a description of what this service is recognizing. So it gives you back a description, it gives you back categories, it gives you back the color, everything what's interesting in the picture. And what I made is a utility to use it in a batch environment, and so I can have a collection of say 1,000 pictures, and then for each picture I communicate with Microsoft service, and I get back what's called a JSON file. And what I do is I save this JSON file in the first place, and then I the next step is that I analyze the content of the JSON file, and then I have all the text that are interesting for me, all the categories, and then I use another tool that's called EXIF tool. That's actually written in Perl, and I've also made a batch program to fill the EXIF data with the EXIF tool, and then I add this EXIF data to the image, and then I have the image as if nothing had changed, but the EXIF data is changed. So for the photographer, everything looks normal, but the text are added to the normal pictures. So the advantage of this approach is you can use it in Lightroom, or you can use it in Darktable, or whatever you want to use as a tool. It will always work. There's only one condition: the pictures momentarily has to be in JPEG format. There's no other format.
Ed, sorry, but there is really a bad line. I'm not sure I'm following you. I mean, I lost a lot of, I don't know what's happened with your microphone.
Do you have the headset that you were using last time?
Okay, just a moment.
Maybe it's better.
Yeah.
Okay, just a moment. It takes some time, but just a moment. I will switch to the headset.
Good evening.
Welcome back.
Perfect.
Much better now.
Now
Is
we
it
have
better
to
now?
Now we have to repeat everything.
Is it better?
Wow,
yes,
now
yes.
it's
Yeah,
really loud.
Really loud. Oh, okay.
but at least we can understand you better.
Okay. But I won't repeat everything I've said. But maybe the best thing is yeah, if I make a small demonstration. Uh, uh, uh,
Yeah, what I think that was really important that everybody needs to get from what you said before is that you get the images and then you process them with Microsoft Vision, and you go through your magic, going through all those crazy files you showed me, which I am afraid of looking into them again because it's very, I don't know how you do it. It's black magic for me. But then you get back this JSON file, and for the
yes.
photographer, nothing changes. Is this what you were saying? That the file, you still have the same file, but with all these tags to it. Is that correct?
Yes, actually each image has what's called active data, and what I do, I add so-called IPTC keywords to the active data, and every utility like Lightroom or Darktable is using this active data to work with tags. So that's kind of standardized methods for using tags. So it's very important that I that all the images can be used in all the tools that are available. That was my call. The only condition I have, actually I only support JPEG files, but of course it's possible in the future that I also support other formats, but in this phase I only support JPEG files. And I think the best thing is when I give a small demonstration, actually Cesar sent me 50 images today, and I can show you what I did with these images. But then I have to make a. Can I take over the screen, Cesar?
Yeah, you are the host right now. And I
Yes.
must tell you guys, I sent him 50 images, and as soon as I was just going out, and as soon as I did like 5 minutes after, all the images were back to me with all the tags done. I don't know how you do that, but it's really fast.
Actually, it was a little bit more than 5 minutes, but okay. I will. Okay, I will take over now. Do you see my screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. It's a little bit overloaded now, but I will start with oh, just a moment. Okay. Okay, it's a Macintosh, so if you're not used to it, it's a little bit different from the File Explorer from Windows, but actually it works the same. I will show you first what I received from Caesar. It was okay. Just okay. Cesar sent me about 50 files in a folder called 2cent ads with all those files. Okay. Then I started my utility, and my utility does two things. It communicates with Microsoft. For each file, I will receive from Microsoft a description. So I'll give you, for instance, this one. I will open it with an editor from Microsoft called Visual Studio. Okay, here is the description of the file that I received from Microsoft. So you don't see an image, but you get a description. So for instance, It's a category indoor venue. It has the foreground color gray, background color gray. Then I become tags, keywords or tags, and for each keywords, I get a hint if it's very good recognized or not. So that's 99% for sure. It's a wall. It's 99% for sure an indoor floor, and so on. And at the end, a dining table. Maybe 10% it's a dining table. Maybe 35% is a bedroom. So that was what I call it. That's the most important thing that I receive. And then there's also an interesting thing. I become a description of the picture. So a living room filled with furniture and a table. That's a kitchen. So, and now I will try to show you the picture. So that's kitchen and lunch. I will go back to the File Explorer. Okay, now I have to remember. Okay. I think it was this one.
It was one down, one down.
One down, okay.
Yeah, it's 3.
Okay. Open with preview. Okay, and that was the picture. So you saw the description, and it's not exactly a kitchen, but it's like a living room with a wall and chairs and so on. So it's not so bad.
Actually, the next room where you can see the sink is exactly a kitchen.
The next one?
No. The room that you can see on the right on that picture is a kitchen.
Okay, yes, this one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is what I get back from Microsoft, the JSON file, and what I then do. But I can show you. I take all the tags that are in the JSON file. Just a moment. Yeah, I take all the tags, and then there's this other tool called EXIF tool. Oh, just a moment.
Siri is answering.
Yeah, just a moment.
Yeah, okay. It happens to me all day.
Siri loved this bit of your presentation, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, okay. I was a little bit surprised, but I will try to continue. Okay, there's another tool, EXIF tool, that I'm using to add all the tags to the picture, and then you will see. I will go back to the Explorer. In this JPEG file, you will see the text, if you could see that. But that there's a very good utility called Darktable, and I can show you the text in Darktable. I have to search for the right.
This one, so everybody knows, is an alternative to Lightroom. It is free and it really works very well. You have to get used to a very complex interface. It's not so easy as Lightroom, but it's a very nice software and it's free.
Well, Darktable?
Yeah,
okay.
Darktable.
Okay, it's good. Okay, that's.
Okay, just a moment. I need 1 minute. Okay, I will go to the folder that I imported, that I prepared. So it's just, okay, it's this one. This is with 50 pictures. And now I see the pictures, for instance, this one. And here, normally, I can see the, yes, you see the picture, the text here. It's a little bit small. I will try to enlarge it. Okay, now it should be better. Okay, so and take another one, this one, and I see here all the text. You should see them here, and there's another and very nice thing what you can do with Darktable. Here is the folder, and I can add another rule. It's called narrowing. So that's the folders. I will narrow down the search. I will narrow the search with the text. Okay, then now I have the text, and I can simply give something like food. Okay, now I have just I have okay. I have pictures with food in it, and then okay, it's possible to add another tag. I will demonstrate it here. Narrow search once again, and then what is this called? It's called a burrito. Yes. Okay, I will.
It goes to this kind of detail. It tells you what kind of food is on the plate.
Burrito. Just a moment. No, it's not working.
That is quite some fried rice.
No, but it's okay. It's here.
Wow.
Burrito, yes.
Sorry, guys. As I had no my dinner. Can we change subject? I mean, I didn't add my food yet.
You didn't get your food.
I hadn't understand that, but actually
okay,
I understood. I was not sure.
Lino, I will change the subject. I know you are only interested in women. So okay, I will.
But I am amazed. I am amazed that it could tag.
So is that better for you, Lino?
Don't show about food, please, because there's people here that can be a bit sensitive to that. So
let's try to switch back to something neutral.
So, sorry, just to make sure, because I am very, very bad in terms of technicality with computer. To make sure I understand. I mean, you have a picture, and the system you are showing us analyze what is on the picture.
What you now see is the result. So the pictures are already have the keywords added to them. Darktable is only showing what's already there.
But that's perfect, Lino. The system does exactly that. It looks into all your pictures and it recognizes colors, patterns, things inside it, people, models, even ages of people.
Yes.
And was showing me he could only, okay, I want to find portraits of males and between 30 or that they are 30 years old, and the system could find that. And this is absolutely insane for me.
I mean,
Cesar, sorry, I'm a bit confused here because there were a lot of tools. You go to this tool, to this tool, to this tool. Sorry, I'm a person of processes, and sometimes when there are too many tools, it's because there's a problem in the process. But what I want to ask is, what is the software at the end of the day that I give it a picture and recognizes the patterns, the colors, all that? Is the dark? Is that?
No, Antonio. I will try to explain it to you. That
if I could do like a step by step, this is what happens. You go there.
Okay, I've prepared a
PowerPoint. I'm a bit lost. Sorry, I'm a bit lost on this.
If I may.
Just a moment. I will try to just a moment. I have to look for. Yes, okay.
But what is the name of the tool that actually you give it a picture and recognize it?
Okay, that's Microsoft Vision.
Microsoft Vision. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, but if I may, guys, just a second. If I could do like a step by step of the process. Antonio, you go there and you take your pictures. You go back home, you import the pictures, and then you send these pictures to Ed, for an example, or you put them
to send to what? To Microsoft Vision?
No, just a second. You send these pictures through Ed's system, and this system is going to give you back the photos with the tags. And then
this is a software developed by Ed. This is
just going to tag your images, and then you get back everything tagged, and you keep on working as you always did. It just
sorry, sister, but the picture I sent to Ed has no tags at all.
Exactly. Yes, you're right. Yes.
I mean, it's just my JPEG file I have on my card.
Yes.
Without to be developed. I sent it to Ed, and Ed has got a tool that translates all the things that are on the picture.
Yeah, yes, I will try to tell you.
But what is your software or is it commercial? Is your software that you developed? Okay.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to understand.
The process is for us. You send me images with WeTransfer or maybe another service, but I use WeTransfer. Cesar sent me today 50 pictures, so that's the start. Then I received all the pictures. I have that in one folder, and then the next thing I do is I run my utility, and
this
then
is like magic.
And then I receive from Microsoft Vision a description in keywords in JSON format. So that's a little bit difficult if you are not a programmer.
But JSON, I know what that is.
Yes, but for me it's no problem because I'm used to be a programmer. And then what I do, I save all those data from Microsoft in JSON files. So for all the 50 pictures, and then once again you see that in a more readable form. And then I with my utility I prepare EXIF data, and then all the EXIF data I add to the picture that's invisible.
Sorry if I interrupt you. Now,
yes?
who put all these tags?
Excuse me, Lino, I didn't understand you.
Who has reported all these tags? Your system. I mean, who put the tags in those share, etc.?
Okay, I get the data from Microsoft, and then I have the data, I analyze them with my program. And the next thing is there's another tool that's not from Microsoft, but some programmer made it for free. It's called EXIF tool. And that's a utility written in Perl. And with this EXIF tool, I can add keywords to image data. So there's also it's also possible to use this tool manually. And you can, with this tool, you can add tags to image data. Okay. It's a really very good tool. It's called EXIF tool.
But you can do it only with a JPEG file, not a RAW file.
At the moment, only with JPEG files. But of course, I can add more file types to it, but it takes a lot of work to do that. I could do it for instance, for the Adobe DNG formats, but I've actually not done it because it costs a lot of time. And to me, the first thing what for me is important is the quality. How good are the tags that I get from Microsoft? That's very important for me to know if I can use it. So that's important.
Okay.
It's something important that we need to understand is that Ed is still developing the system. And that's why he's saying that he needs to evaluate, and if we can give him back some input about the process and how it happened. For an example, I'm still going to check the images I sent him. If we can help him understand how good is it working or not, because he's still developing it, and maybe in the future he can have raw images. But for now, raw is a complicated issue because each company has its own format, and it can change anytime. So it's complicated to make it available for all the raw formats. But maybe in the future, Ed is going to extend his black magic for every format. Let's see.
Yes.
Maybe you can go for a DNG, you know, which is a Photoshop free format.
For what? Excuse me.
DNG, because that's
DNG.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Maybe if I have more time, I can take a look at it. Yes.
Or maybe we can order from you. Okay, I'm shooting Sony now, and I want to.
Yes, of course.
Sony RAW, and I can arrange with you how much would it cost to have Sony RAW added.
Yeah,
because it's work for me. Yeah.
Yes, of course. So I think that's all. Maybe you can take it back to your.
I will. I will. But thank you for sharing that with us. I mean,
yes.
No, thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. Yes.
That is insane for me. I don't know how you do it, but I really loved when you said it would work like this.
You're back now. So okay.
Okay, I found it. How
yes.
I can become again the host. And now I just have to unpin you because I had made you the most important thing ever for Zoom. I still only see, okay, now it's back. Thank you again for showing that to us. And something that Ed told me is that he's going to do some beta testing. And if anybody from our groups wants to join this beta testing, I will have the link where you can try to join us, or join the beta testing with Ed, not with us, sorry. He's the responsible for that. And help him develop. And maybe he doesn't have enough room for all the 1,000 and some people to go as beta testers. But he said that he could take like 5 people now for beta testing, and maybe he has some new vacancies for that beta testing in the future. But to make it fair with everybody, I am going to put that in the blog post, and then the people can go there and submit to beta testing for whoever is interested in that.
Okay.
And not with 200,000 images that you have, Lino, please.
Yes. I will send all the picture to Ed. It can work for the next 10 years.
Yes.
So guys, this was the main dish that I wanted us to share tonight. But there are some other things that we said we would chat about. I just need to find again, where is the Zoom bar? Here somewhere, so I can share with you guys the screen again. But this was my last slide, I think. Yeah, and again, me trying to sell you guys insurance with my survey. Yeah, this, I already told you guys about the survey, so just forget about that. What I would like to bring back is something that Lino suggested last time, and I really loved it. Some of these suggestions, and one of the suggestions that he made is that we could try to have like some sort of task or assignment that we all as a group would try to go and do it as we are in the quarantine. So maybe every one of us would go there and take one picture per week or per month or per day, whatever we want. And then afterwards, we could try to put all these pictures together and make like a group diary from the quarantine. I think this could be really amazing. I will put all these opportunities in the blog, so whoever wants to join any of them can join there. but I really loved this idea that Lino gave. And that could be like one photo every day, or one photo from the same angle from your room every day, looking outside, inside, to yourself. Self-portraits is something that he also said, and I think it could be really cool. We could do like self-portraits in quarantine during the whole time. And afterwards we can compare how it was, and make like a photo album of our group in quarantine. We want to share something about your ideas, Lino, because I really loved the chat we had about those.
I mean, you know, what I see actually, I use Instagram, not so much, but surely more than Facebook or the other tools. You know, Instagram to me is, I think, one of the most interesting to see. And what I see is that people is posting 90% picture of food. What they are cooking, what they do in the kitchen, etc., etc. Now, I think that in this period that we don't know actually how long will be, it can be interesting to have a daily diary of a specific place of your life. Let's say there is a corner on the road in front of my house that I am taking picture at the same time, 12 o'clock midday, always the same picture, the same frame, to see finally what's happened for 5 days on that corner. Now, but it can be also, you know, something in the house, it can be something of ourselves, it can be a self-portrait. I mean, if you shave, if you don't shave for one week, then you see what's up. I mean, you know, it's something that when everything will be finished, will be a very interesting idea to see how we spent 1, 2, 3 months of our life. Even if you are working, it can be, I mean, if you are doing homework, perhaps it can be interesting to have a picture of you during a conference call, etc., on the different day. It's something that I like I'm doing it for myself, I mean, but it would be great if we share these kind of things. And then what we can do finally, when we will be free to meet again physically, we can do a book, we can do a little exhibition in Photo Bus Day, I don't know, here in Zurich or something like that. I don't know if you like the idea. I mean, you know, it's something
why
that
not?
will remind us a very strange period of our life. That is one of the most important things for a photographer, you know, to remember moments. So it's something that I like. I don't know.
Love the idea. We would go for what photos from ourselves, photos from what kind of photos would we like to do as a group?
I mean, I told you, for example, it can be interesting if we take a picture of the outside, what you see from your window. So everybody will know what you see during the day. If you stay at home, I stay at home, so I will take a picture. My neighbors, I've got kids. What I'm also doing is taking a picture of the kids on the daily basis. You know, I gave them the picture. They are very happy, but I'm happy because I'm doing a lot of pictures that then I will see how to use. You know, but these kids that has to play in the garden all the day long, and they do so many interesting things, very different. Something like that.
I love the idea, and for me,
Yes, very good.
can and should start already.
And then we send all the picture to Ed that will show us what is in the picture.
Well, so I have a question. I wanted to do this because I have a puppy, and I also wanted to take a daily picture of him. But the question was, how do you do it? Do you really, because it's moving all the time, so should I take the same? It's hard to do the same position all the time. That's my point.
Sorry, Stephanie, I didn't catch what you have got.
I have a puppy at home, a dog. Yes, and it's growing. It's 4 months, so I wanted to track the grow, and I wanted to take daily picture of him. But it's moving all the time. I know there's some software that they can combine the picture, but I was wondering, I mean, you said you do daily picture. Are the subject always in the same position, or?
I mean, no, it's not. I mean, you know, one of the things that I love about photography is that there are no rules. So it's up to you to decide how to portrait, to take the picture. So if you see that he moves so much that you cannot take the picture always in the same position, just change position. It can be interesting, you know, because usually if you change your point of view in photography, it's always interesting to see various, you know, different angles of the same scene. So there are no rules, honestly, Stephanie. I said I like the corner because you know, it's a very old. I don't know who saw this movie. It's a very old movie, Smoke.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So it's a movie that I love. I really like this one. And the idea came from that movie that took the idea from a very old book. So the same angle, the same corner on the street, a picture, a daily picture that show you how the life change in the town, in that corner. So in this case, Stephanie, you can show how the time goes, taking picture from the different position. Not an issue.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Give me some ideas.
Okay, but Stephanie, can I ask you why you don't want to show us your face?
Yeah, I can show, but
You are obliged. Oh, come on. You are obliged to look us, so we want to see you. Welcome. Okay. No. Anyway, I mean, you know, you can take the picture you want. I mean, I am taking the picture on the same position. And one thing that I do to make sure that I do the same frame, I take the picture Monday. I print a very small copy of the photo, and when I shoot the picture the day after, I've got the picture on my hand to make sure I take exactly the same picture, because you know I don't leave there the tripod or something like that.
yeah, okay, okay.
And
That's what's
you can also at the finally, if you have got a lot of picture, you can put all together and you can postpone it like a short movie.
okay.
You know, it's something that is it's nice. I mean, I like the idea, so that's why I'm suggesting you, if you like the idea, we can do also that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love the idea too, and I'm glad that more people are willing to participate, because the more of us take part in this, the better the result is going to be. So I really like that, and we can try to see how we can share these pictures during the time if we want to do so, or just in the end. But if you guys want, I can put like the contest that we have. I can make another one, so we can all submit photos there. It might be one way if you guys want that.
Yeah, and, for example, I mean, you know, we can. I don't know now when we will meet, Caesar. What do you think? Once a week, once 2 weeks, what?
For what we spoke and for what I saw on the survey, people are want to have it once a week. So and the best day for everybody was Tuesday, followed by Wednesday. So I think we should keep on with Tuesdays at the same time.
Okay, that means if you like the idea, for example, we can take the picture from tomorrow until next Monday, and then we can post it on the file you prepared for the contest. To me, you know, this is not a contest. This is something that is different. It's a project. It's a photography project. And then next week we can share the picture and we can see what we are doing.
Extremely helpful across the spectrum of disease. That being said,
I will create one specific for this project, so we don't mix it, because the one with the challenge is probably going to be off after the challenge. So I will put an old one, and I will have the link also in the blog post tomorrow with all the details. And by the way, I tried my best to improve on the. There is a funny. I cannot understand where is it coming from. I will try to, I tried my best to improve the tool to send the pictures. I think it is better in some ways, but if you guys have any kind of suggestions or things that need to improve, please tell me. I don't know if you guys had the chance to see the page. I know Nick had, but I don't know if you guys had the chance to look into the new tool. If I could find how I share my screen again. I think it's this one. Yeah. So this is the way the new tool looks. I guess it's really small for you guys now. Maybe you can see it now.
Yes.
So whenever you're sharing the pictures, I need you guys to put the name so I can know who won afterwards. As we suggested the last meeting, we need a title and some sort of description to understand why does it relate to this challenge. And after you guys send the pictures, then you can see the gallery. I don't know, where is this crazy sound coming from? And these are the pictures that are already there in our new contest. I mean, it's not really a contest. I agree with you, Lino. I think this is, I called it a challenge because I wanted us to go out of the day-to-day activities and from this pandemic all the time. And I wanted us to do something that you can do at home. And that's why I've done this picture. I just got the whiteboard that is already here by the side with all the writing I had, except the stay at home. And I tried to do something that relates to isolated. And that is a little bit what I would like to challenge everybody to try to do, is not only get the pictures that you already have that relate to isolated, but also try to create something to put your creative juices to work a little bit and submit some of these photos. And this next challenge with this theme, isolated, is going from this week, from this Tuesday until next Tuesday.
Cesar, sorry, where is the URL for to upload the pictures? Because I didn't capture, I cannot see, it's too small.
It is going to be on the blog and on the chat. As soon as I can find the chat again, just a second.
Sorry for that, I can find.
No worries. I just need to find the chat because when I share the screen, everything goes crazy. Okay, so it's also on the chat here in the Zoom meeting.
Okay. Looks right. Yeah.
But
photo challenge. Okay.
The suggestion was that we would go a little bit away from our day-to-day things and try to create something. But also, if you have any other images that you can put this isolated theme, I think it's nice, and we can exercise a little bit our creativity and keep active. And the challenge is going to be a little bit different this time. We're going to, this week is going to be open for submitting the photos, for voting, for commenting, for giving the ratings. And next week, on Tuesday, we are going to get together, and depending on how many images we have, we will take only the top 10 or 15 or all the images, depending on how many images we have. And only the people who are online are going to vote. And these votes are going to elect the photo that wins. So it's going to be all about our photos, and we are going to vote. So there's no Lino and Daniel and Cesar trying to find out what is about this photo that we like or not. It's going to be what we as a group vote.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is separated from the assignment. And I mean, this is what Lino was telling that we're going to do. The photo from what you view from outside. I'm going to put another one like this. And if you guys have any kind of problem with the interface, how you submit photos, you can submit them with this up icon or the link that is in the blog. goes straight for the submission of the images. I hope this one works better than what I had last time, because it was a little bit complicated, but now I think I've done my best. But now that I know that Ed is our tech guy, I can ask him for help.
Yes, of course.
Because this is absolutely not my area. I mean, guys, this is what I had in mind. And as Swiss as I can be, it's exactly 9. And if you guys have anything to add, any other suggestions, anything that you guys liked, didn't like, please send me your comments. If you have suggestions of new topics that you guys want to share or want to hear about, this is our space and it should be what we all want as a group. So I'm absolutely open for whatever you guys think we could chat about. One of the things that showed up in the survey is that many of us would like to have a photographer, videographer, art director, or somebody from this creative arts that would come here and share his or her experiences. Is that something that would interest you guys?
What do you mean? Somebody from the outside? What?
Yeah, somebody from the outside or from us. I don't know. It could be you talking about your career, your reportages and your street photography. Could be Daniel talking about conceptual portraits. Or I have some people that I know. There's a art director. There is a very known person that takes photos from sensual photos from regular people. There is this photo director. We can have anybody come here and chat about some creative things. This is something that appeared in the survey.
Yes. I will be very interested, but I hope I'm not the only one. Yes.
Okay, so I will try to grab some names of people that would agree to do that with us. If you guys have any names, please write me and we can try to see how it goes with the group. Because I would love to hear from people from outside also. There's one guy, he's the CEO of, how would I say that? It's an advertisement agency. And he's a great guy, creative and a little bit crazy. And it would be, for me, it would be great to share with him and listen his side on creativity, keeping creative during this isolation time, whatever we can think of.
Yeah,
yes, nice.
Can be interesting. Yeah.
So I will talk with this guy to
Great,
start and see if he's in, and then you guys can send me your ideas if you like it or not. If you have any other names that you would like to have, and we can go on from there.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, I will put a blog post with all we discussed, all the links, all the things I can remember, and the recordings. It will be on tomorrow on the blog, and I'm looking forward to see your photos for our challenge and for our project from what you see from outside. Thank you all for participating. This is
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank
See
you
you
very much.
next week. Have a good week.
Yes.
Oh.
Stay safe.
See you next
Thank you.
week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you to everyone.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Cesar, for organizing
Thank
it.
you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.